Hey, what's up, everybody? Todd back here, and what I wanted to get, I don't have any really gorillas in any of my collection. I collect Mythic Legions, which any of you that do, you know, they have the different humans, animals, vampires, whatnot. I collect some Star Wars, G.I. Joe, some DC, Legends. So I was at Target and I've been eyeing this Neca Kong, and then the DC Injustice gorilla Grood, who's based off of a video game that I've never played. But I went ahead and picked these two up, so I just wanted to do a side-by-side comparison. So the Neca Kong here, I believe they've made 4 versions. I think they had 3 at Target when I was looking at this one, and the body basically looked like the same sculpt pretty much. There was just different head sculpts. The one I have here is, I think, just basic King Kong. There was one that's like the city, comes with the chains and shackles for his arms or his wrists. They had, I can't remember what the other 2 were, but each one of them came with 2 head sculpts. So this is the one that was on him. He has the closed fists, and then comes with the 2 open. The detail's pretty good on the fur, really good sculpting. So you can see like this. He's got, I like the sculpting detail of the fur. This one, he has some battle damage, I guess. He's been in a fight. So they got some blood and scarring. Or, you know, wound scratches. Does have some holes. He doesn't come with the stand. It was the figure, an extra head, and the extra set of hands is what he came with. The Grood figure, and he's done by McFarlane Toys. I don't collect a lot of McFarlane toys. I don't prefer the way that he makes his figures, posability and whatnot. When they catch my eye, I mean, they're obviously, everybody has their own opinions what your favorite line is to collect. I see a lot of his stuff and I'm like, oh, cool. He's just I don't know, his stuff's just a little more out there. He doesn't really do a lot of, it's nothing against him really. It's just, he doesn't do the brands that I collect, G.I. Joe, Star Wars, you know. DC, I don't really collect a lot of DC. NECA, I have the most stuff of NECA is the aliens. I love the aliens, so I probably have around 40 figures from that line. I bought like the 2 figures they made for the boys show. So there's different things that I get. that I'll get from them. This guy is just, it was cool. You know, looking at him, I'm just like, you know, that's a badass gorilla. He's all armored up. He comes with a stand, a little stand, which majority of McFarlane stuff comes with these little stands. You know, cool little skull here. The armor's all just gold, bronze, whatever. Some good detail. In my opinion, the fur is not as sculpted. It's not as detailed as the Neca Kong figure. As you can see, it there's more detail in this fur. So the Neca figure has better sculpting. The other knock on the McFarlane one is, good thing he comes with this stand, as you can see. Take that off. His feet are smaller. He does have this articulation here, but if you compare the feet, Neca Kong's way bigger. I mean, it's about double width on that. It's a little longer. The Neca one's easier to stand up. This one, I mean, look at it. You know, he's wanting to fall over. Kong, I just sat him there. He went right away. This guy, you gotta you'd have to work with him. I mean, I just had him on a stand because he will stand up without it. But with that extra articulation, almost mid-foot, it's kind of cool, but you just got to be careful and work a little bit extra. That was my biggest knock when I pulled him out. I'm like, man, he's got little feet. So, articulation, it's got the swivel hip there. Knee bend, not much. It's tight. So it does bend, gives you the 90. He's got the chest. And I'm sure, you know, he's got really good articulation in that wrist. That's really, really good. The elbows. I'm sure this armor comes off. I'm not gonna take it off. Probably have to boil it, maybe. Looks like a butterfly joint. So can come in. Really good. I like that, you know. So on her head we got, sorry about that. Just a ball joint. Not a ton of movement. Can go down a little bit, but not really much movement in his head. I mean, if you wanted to do like, can't really do, I don't think we can do really a gorilla pose on him, but I mean, not too bad overall. Probably give it like a 3.5 out of 3, yeah, out of 5. So our Kong here, as you can tell, his arms are way longer, like a gorilla would have. And Neca's pretty good with their articulation. I mean, you could be like, "Oh, I'm gonna eat something." Yawn, yawn. Look at that. And he doesn't have the articulated foot, but I mean, you can turn the foot's got the ball joint, double jointed knee, I mean, double joint here, the elbow, you got the wrist. It's got the chest here. Doesn't seem to have the butterfly in the shoulder area, but the head's a ball joint because I swapped heads. And there's no it can move up and down, and it's more flexible than the McFarlane. Yeah, you could do some probably pretty good poses. With the longer arms and whatnot. The cool thing too is, I haven't tried it yet, but I know you can, through some pictures, you can make him like he's pounding on the chest. So, I mean, the Neca Kong is going to be more posable. It's more detail in the sculpting of it. Whoops. Like, you can just see there's more detail. Like I said, with the fur. Now the Kong figures, they retail around $31, and then the DC figures are usually around 22. But I think you know, since this one in particular, he just comes with a stand. And Neca Kong comes with, you know, the extra hands and head. And like I said, there's 4 versions total of the Neca Kong. So a few of them come with different head sculpts, different hands, and then, like I said, there's some accessories with some of them. So I think I just picked this one because of this head sculpt. I like the best. Kong, he's bigger and more articulation. I wanted to bring out, here's a couple of the Mythic Legion. I don't know if any of you collect Mythic Legions. Here's their standard. Brought 2 standard figures, so these are closest to 1/12 scale. Let's see. These 2 figures are a little taller than the Mythic Legion. And then I got Classified Duke. Now, you know, obviously these Kong figures aren't your true to scale Kong, because he's be ginormous. But the cool thing is there's scale of, they fit in with the 1/12 world, which is nice. That gives you a good idea of, you know, these are menacing, they're big, they're powerful, larger than a human. You see a Mythic Legion's human is just big, they're big, muscular, and, you know, going up against this Kong, see how much bigger. Kong's big, powerful, got the reach. So I think out of these 2, Kong is going to be my favorite, the Neca Kong. It's obviously personal preference. I just think he's more detailed. He has more articulation. Now this Gorilla Grood is a cool figure. Love the armor, his expression, small feet. You know, it's very cool sculpted armor. Wish there was a little more paint detail, but it's a cool figure. Definitely could, I think he could sit in with my Mythic Legions just because of the armor and the style they have, and how they have a whole line of bipedal animals. So I think he could fit in with them just fine. And I'll probably display him with those guys, and then Kong will go probably, I don't know where I'll go, but just wanted to show you with a couple of them. I think because I thought he would fit in good with these guys, so I think he will. And if you're if you're needing a gorilla for your collection, just want to get one, I would go with the Neca Kong first. And like I said, there's 4 versions. They're going to be in your Target collector spot. You can also check Walmart. And same with this guy. I found both of them at Target. And like I said, I think the Grood retails around $22, and Kong, they're $30 to $32. So there you go. That's my review for tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. Everybody have a good night, and I'll talk to y'all later.